So getting back to StarCraft and StarCraft 3 in particular, I've gotten a lot of backlash, guys. I've gotten some people saying, oh, StarCraft 3 would be awesome. Especially on Reddit, though, and even on Twitter, I've gotten people saying, dude, you're crazy. You're nuts for wanting a StarCraft 3. StarCraft 2 is awesome. I just want to see them continue support of it. I want to see them continue support of the map, creating new maps and, doing this and the third, right? Guys, I'm not going to say that StarCraft 2 is not a good game. It's one of the greatest games ever made, period. But we as a community of StarCraft, we need to be, looking forward to, the unknown at times. And I'll give you kind of an example. So I've been living in my house that I'm currently in for about 3 years. And I'm going to be moving. Me and my family, we're going to be moving in, a couple of months, right? We're kind of closing in on a house and, all of those things. We're planning on keeping this house. We're just going to probably rent it out. And we're going to move to a little bit of a bigger house, a little bit, more space and such, which is what we need because we're growing out of our house that we're currently in. And that being said, there's this level of uncertainty. I've never rented out a house before in my life. I'm not like, I've always wanted to get into real estate, but there's always that possibility that things could just go wrong, right? I could lose my job. I could, end up not making as much, money one particular year because of whatever. A recession or, something happens, right? You plan as best you can. You prepare, but there are times where you have to take a leap of faith. There's times in which that you have to look into that and stare into the unknown, not knowing what lies on the other side. And sometimes you just got to go and try it, right? You got to go and you got to kind of plunge yourself into it. And sometimes going into the unknown brings out the true you into this world, that true potential that the world, that you have to offer the world. And whether that's just in like your circle of friends, your circle of life, your family, your friends and such, it's one of those things where it gives you that opportunity to stare into the unknown. Am I nervous about it? Sure. Am I worried that maybe it might not be the best decision ever? I mean, sure. But you're never going to know unless you try. So, my StarCraft 2 friends, StarCraft fans in general, let's echo StarCraft 3 into existence. The developers want to make it. They're just waiting for us to say that we want it. Let's echo this game into existence and see what Blizzard, one of the best developers on planet Earth, has to offer with a StarCraft 3. The only way it's going to happen, though, is we got to talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I know there's people that have been talking to me on, Reddit and on Twitter about, I just don't think this is a great idea. Most people just say I'm nuts, or most people say, oh, dude, like, that is a terrible idea. Let's just stick with StarCraft 2, Not that those fans are complacent. It's just that they're concerned about what a StarCraft 3 would have to offer, and where would they go with the story? Where would they, And those are all valid questions. But we as a community need to be supportive of moving forward. Because here's the thing. You're taking a risk by going into StarCraft 3, but you're taking a risk not going into StarCraft 3. You want to know how? What if Blizzard and Activision said one day, not probably Blizzard, but most likely Activision, the higher-ups over there said, you know what? StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 2 esports and StarCraft esports in general, not bringing in enough revenues. It's not, it's kind of complacent, kind of stagnant. We're just going to cancel it. We're going to focus on Overwatch. We're going to focus on World of Warcraft. We're going to focus on whatever else. They already did it with Heroes of the Storm. StarCraft isn't that big of a franchise at this point. I mean, it's big, right? It's global, obviously. But does it have the staying power? Can it withstand the test of time? Jeff In Control Robinson said on a number of occasions on the Pylon Show, which is a show you guys should definitely check out, but it's definitely a show in which you guys should try to get some answers about StarCraft 3 and the possibilities of it. What I will say is this, though. Jeff In Control Robinson always said that, guys, if you're a content creator, a streamer in the StarCraft space, prepare for the future, prepare for life outside of StarCraft. Because StarCraft is not promised another day. It's certainly not promised another year. God rest his soul. In Control is on point with this. We need to be evolving to other things, or we can go ahead and continue trying to make an echo StarCraft 3 or another StarCraft game into existence. They've been wanting to do stuff with the StarCraft franchise. StarCraft Ghost was canceled, which was first-person shooter. The other StarCraft first-person shooter, which was untitled, was just canceled this year. They want to make StarCraft stuff. So we as a community have got to support that, and we need to be the ones echoing a StarCraft 3 into existence, especially if you want to see the real-time strategy games in general continued and moved onward, which is Blizzard owns the RTS genre at this point. So why not let them continue doing that? Why is it that some of the StarCraft fans and some of my StarCraft friends want or not want a StarCraft 3? Let me know, guys. I truly want to know this. I think it's a huge topic of conversation, or a huge topic that needs to be a conversation piece. Let me know what you guys think.